Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how we go about a typical laundry day in our house. Now we have 4 kids and we normally have so much laundry, but on Monday is usually our biggest laundry day because we're washing bed sheets, towels and everything. So I'm going to show you how we go about this. And if this is the kind of content that you like, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and enjoy the video. The first thing I did was to change our kids' beddings. We have 4 kids, so we have 4 beds to change. Our last one is 2 and he sleeps in a cot, but the others sleep in their own bed. Okay, and one of the twins sleeps in a modified cot, for lack of a better word. This is our last one's cot, and yeah, so it needed to be changed, the bed sheets. Our kids normally make their own beds, well, apart from the 2-year-old, so they had already made their beds, but I needed to change their beddings. I find that it's really important to start giving our kids responsibilities, any responsibilities that they can handle. So they've been making their beds for a while now, and it's really important because it helps them to learn how to be responsible. So this is my kids' wardrobe. Each one basically has their own shelf, but the twins share a shelf. So the top one is our firstborns, and then this is the twins' shelf, and then this one is our lastborn's shelf. And then the bottom we have beddings. I know it's a mess. I was hoping to get to it. We put here beddings, bed sheets, and towels and socks. And also, I had been throwing down there clothes that the kids were growing out of, which I need to declutter, and that's why it's looking a bit of a mess. But yes, I'll deal with it. So as I fold the kids' clothes, I try to pick out the ones that they've outgrown, and I was just throwing them down there, to be honest. So yeah, I needed to deal with that. Oh, here's another hack. If you don't have fitted sheets, you can just make a knot at the bottom of the mattress with your regular sheets, and that keeps them from moving around. And that's what I was doing here. It really makes them snug and makes it easy for the kids to make their beds because the sheets are not moving. So all they have to do is to just pull over the blanket when they wake up, and that makes it really easy. And all our kids still sleep in the same room. They're still young, so we have 3 boys and 1 girl, so we don't mind them. And in fact, we prefer them sleeping in the same room. And yes, so I was just changing their bed sheets. Pretty easy, pretty fast, and then getting on with my laundry day. Our firstborn's bed has a duvet and a duvet cover, but I change his duvet cover every other week. Not every week, but I change his bed sheet and pillowcase every week. So yeah, that's what I didn't change his duvet cover on this day. I would change it the following week. I used to have some really nice stickers on the walls, as you can see, but man, they all get peeled off one at a time, but it's okay. Kids will be kids. So yeah, this is our lastborn's bed. I decided to change his blanket as well because that one was due for a wash. So I tried to rotate the washing of their blankets. I wash one. I don't wash all of them at the same time. I wash one at a time, so that I don't fill up the machine too much. So I decided to give him a different blanket, and that was it. Easy peasy. The big cushions at the bottom of the modified cot are to enable son to climb into the cot because he can't step into it yet. So this is their room, clean beddings and bed sheets and cleaned pillowcases, and done with that. So this is our baby's cot. Then I went over to change our own beddings. If you're a follower of the Fly Lady routine, so you know that I'd already done my morning. Okay, this was my morning routine continuing, but I had already woken up, done my exercise, showered and dressed to shoes, and my husband had made the bed. So I was here coming to undo it because I needed to change the beddings. We always try to make the bed early in the morning, depending on the last person who leaves the bed makes the bed. Basically, that's it. So I was coming to change our beddings also, which we do every Monday, as I said. At this time, our kids were already in class. We are homeschoolers, so my husband was in class with them as I was continuing with my morning routine. If you'd like to know more about homeschooling, I will link the video down below. If you'd like to know more about the Fly Lady routine and how it's made our lives so much easier, I'll also link the videos down below. So basically, that's what I was doing. We did have a house help at this point. We still have a house help. So she was preparing the fruits for the kids and the snacks and washing up after breakfast. Yes, but as I have said before, my house help and I work together. So I do take a good chunk of the housework out of her hands. And with the Fly Lady routine, it really helps to keep the house clean and without overburdening the house help. So yeah. This was our bed done and ready to get on with the rest of the laundry. Then I got our towels and also the kids' towels, which also we change every Monday, and took out fresh towels for us and for the kids. I love these towels because they are basically what they call bath sheets. I love the long ones where you wrap yourself and they go all the way down to your ankles. They're really great. If you'd like to know more about where we get great towels, I'll put a link in the description below. And off to load my machine. As you can see, we use Tide pods. We basically use pods. These are 3-in-1, so they're really good because you save so much money because only one pod is enough to do one load of washing. Sometimes we use Ariel pods, and when we can't find them, we use Tide pods. They're all really, really good quality, and the clothes smell so good and they get really clean. And you don't use so much because it's not like the washing machine pods. So this was a container of our Ariel pods that we had before that got finished, and that's why we were using the Tide pods. Then I was sorting out the laundry. Some of the laundry is hand washed, especially the kids' really dirty clothes. Sometimes their trousers get really dirty at the knees, and their socks. So those ones are hand washed. We make our own hand washing liquid detergent, which really saves money. And I will link in the description below a video of how to do that. It's so easy and you save so much money. So after I'd finished sorting out the clothes, oh, there's our son. After I'd finished sorting out the clothes, then I put the ones for the machine right inside. So I was just loading the machine and starting it. One thing I also appreciate about Tide is that it really removes all the stains. If there is any dirt, basically it's one of the best cleaning detergents out there. Our machine is a front loader, so yeah, and we always try to make sure we put the child lock, so that's what's here, because we've had instances where kids just come and press the buttons and you think your machine, your washing is going on, but it was paused a long time ago. After I left the washing going on, I came to fold the clothes that we had washed the day before. That's my towel, and it smells so good because of the Tide pods. It really leaves a nice scent on the clothes. So I like to do all this early in the morning, but usually it takes, on Mondays it's usually a busy laundry day, as I said, so there's the changing the beddings, the folding, the putting in the machine, the ironing. But I like to do that so that I know when we're starting the week, we are just starting with clean laundry. Although I do wash about 2 or 3 more times during the week, but Monday is the busiest day basically. I really enjoy folding clothes, and I like doing it as I listen to something. Like on this day I was listening to The Total Money Makeover on my phone by Dave Ramsey. It's a great book. If you watched my video about how to get out of debt, how we're getting out of debt as a family, I talked about the free audio version of that book, and I'm going to link that video below. It's a really nice video. Dave Ramsey is the bomb. Let me just say that. I don't know if people still say the bomb, but he's the bomb. And then I was putting away the clothes I had folded. I like putting the newly folded clothes under the other one so that we're not using the same clothes over and over again. So yeah, that's what I was doing here. So that it's my own sort of Marie Kondo kind of thing, where you want to make sure that you're using all the clothes that you have, not just a few of them. So when I fold them, I put the newly folded ones at the very bottom. I had a few minutes to spare, so I decided to deal with my problematic last bottom shelf, let me say that. So you still had that diaper back there, and we don't even use diapers anymore because our last one is 2 and he only uses a diaper at night. Plus we don't even go anywhere, so we don't use it anymore. So I was just going to donate it. And I was filling it with all the other clothes I'd been putting there. And there we go. I just lined it with some fresh newspapers and then put back the bed sheets and towels, I believe, and the kids' pajamas. Yep, there we have it. Didn't take me a long time. I don't know why it took me so long to tackle that hotspot, but anywho, I was done. I need to do a video on decluttering kids' clothes, because every time I look at my kids' wardrobe, I still feel like I need to declutter a bit more. Yeah. So that's that. Then I went on to tackle the ironing. I actually really enjoy ironing clothes. I don't have a proper ironing board, so I do it in our room. That chest of drawers is so convenient for ironing. So that's what I was doing, and I realized when you iron often, it doesn't get too much. I try to iron at least 3 or 4 times a week so that it's not too much. At this point, I was listening to John Cosson on my tablet. I love listening to John Cosson. He's such a great teacher of the Bible. Please, if you want to learn the Bible, listen to John Cosson, verse by verse, book by book, chapter by chapter. He's the best. Okay, I'm done talking about John Cosson now. And I was done with my ironing, just putting my room back to the way it was. Yep. And my laundry was done, and it was time to go and hang it. So our machine does not have a dryer. It's really old. It's like more than 10 years old. So we air dry our clothes, which is fine. We're okay with that. So, yeah. I was happy because I started my week on a very good note. On a very good note with my laundry done. And the smell from the machine, oh, it's great. The Tide Pods are just on another level. Tide Pods are basically just really good for the washing machine. I'd recommend them any day. So there you have it, fresh, clean laundry every single time. If you'd like to know where to buy amazing laundry pods, I will put a link in the description below. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.